welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. Today we have a fake Kylie palette from AliExpress, and this is the bronze palette. The packaging does look like the original Kylie packaging, but they put this big Chinese sticker on it, and I tried to get it off, and I just freaking can't get this Chinese sticker off of here. But the box does look like the Kylie palette. On the back, it lists all of the ingredients, but as we know, on AliExpress, do not believe that these are the actual ingredients. They could be, they could not be. We don't know. So let's open her up and see what the palette looks like. So the first thing I notice on the palette is the teardrops are supposed to be different colors that coordinate with the colors of the inside of the palette. And these all look to be about the same shade. I guess it's got a couple different shades, but they're all like really dark and coppery. So that does not look like the original one. The back looks very similar, and it lists the names of the colors here on the back. So let's open her up and see the inside. What the crap, AliExpress? This palette is jacked up. Like, that is a hot mess. Well, if I end up liking these colors, I can certainly fix the palette with some rubbing alcohol, but so far I'm not super impressed. The inside does look like Kylie's palette. Let's go ahead and swatch this hot mess and see how these colors look on the skin. I don't know why I always do this. I like just look at my arm and I swatchy, and then I turn my arm and I'm like, oh, you guys can't even see this crap. I can't figure out how to show you. Okay, now that I've swatched them in a place you can see, they actually are pretty good eyeshadows. They have great pigmentation to them. I don't know if that is because they are broken and that helps me get more out of them. But yeah, these are not bad. AliExpress has kind of impressed me with this one. So here are the colors swatched. First we have Jasper, Quartz, Topaz, Gemstone, Creatine, Tiger Eye, Hermati, Bronzite, and Obscene. Let me grab a couple eyeshadow brushes and we're going to test out a couple of these on my eyes. I do already have some eyeshadow on, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. To give this eyeshadow a fair shot, I'm going to go ahead and use a little Milani eyeshadow primer. Alright, so now we have the eyeshadow primer on. Let's get into this hot mess of a palette. I mean, there's just shadow going everywhere right now. All of my good eyeshadow brushes are in the other room, and I'm too lazy to go get them. So we're going to make do with what I have in this room. But we're going to go ahead and start with Jasper. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid to start off with a clean, smooth palette. This will help my blending go on a little more easily. I almost feel like you can't even see this color. Oh, do y'all see some of that kick up? We do need to keep in mind that this stuff is broken into like 1,000 pieces. Okay, so now I'm going to take Tiger's Eye and put that kind of in my crease, the middle of my eye. I have very hooded eyes, so I don't really have a crease. Not one you can see, at least. I mean, it's blending okay. These aren't half bad so far. Now to darken up that crease area, I think I'm going to go ahead and use Hermati. And that darkened it up some, but I kind of want it a little bit darker. I'm going to take this Bronzite and just try to darken it up slightly on the outer corners. I'm having a lot of fallout, and I think that's partly due to them being broke, but I'm going to go back into the first shade, and I'm just going to pat this in the center of my eyelids. and a little bit more along the top of my eyelid, under my eyebrow. Ooh, too much, girl. Too much. Now I'm just going to blend. These eyeshadow brushes suck too, so. Okay, so this is the finished look. The eyeshadow, I actually really like these colors. These shadows aren't bad either. I'm just curious if they're going to end up hurting my eyes after wearing them for a little bit, because sometimes AliExpress eyeshadows do make my eyes irritated. So we're just going to have to wait and find out on that. So overall, I think that these eyeshadows are actually not bad. Like, I'm totally surprised that I kind of like them. And the palette's destroyed. And that sucks. That the palette is completely a mess. If these eyeshadows don't make my eyes sore in a little bit, I think that I might actually take the time and redo this palette with some rubbing alcohol so I can use it. Which, that might be a first. Other than my Jeffree Stars palette, which I'll put a link below for that review, that palette's amazing, and I got it off of AliExpress. But other than that, every other palette I've gotten has been kind of, So this one is really actually good. Again, keep in mind, anything you purchase on AliExpress, you don't know what's in it. It's made in China. You know, they have different regulations than the US does. So I'm definitely not saying go out and get this. If you choose to go out and get it, then that's your choice. But I'm not telling you to do that. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below and join the Glamslam family. And until next time, bye y'all!